So, crew is comprised of 5 people: Jonathan Reed, Zachary Curitan, Alan Gonzalez, myself, and Aleem Dawson. And it's really just like a group of friends that are very close knit, almost like brothers. Well, fuck it, like we are brothers. Coming out of Lancaster, so there's not a whole lot to do in Lancaster, so we just spend a whole lot of time with each other. That sounded kind of suggestive, but yeah, hang on. Hold on. Let's run it back. But I don't want people to think of this as, and this is the same thing I said to all the artists, this isn't like a Pat X project that I'm bringing y'all onto. I think my brand and how I kind of identify myself is totally different from the mindset I had whenever I wrote this. So one of the cool things that has happened since then is that we've branded our friendship, our conglomerate, TCAP 803. And so now I want to release this project and other projects similar to this under that brand. So this isn't a Pat X project featuring all these people. This is a TCAP 803 project, and I'm featured on it just as well as some of the other artists. So I definitely want people to know that this was like a more of like a entity, TCAP as the entity, and not like Pat X and everything else is kind of under that. Because I think TCAP 803 represents like inclusivity, dream chasers, people that have big ambitions, and so I definitely want to like promote that same ideology with this project. And so it's all of us coming together to create a TCAP 803 project, and not, hey, help Pat X make this thing, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I think first we probably should grab that paper and see who's on what. You on? What you on?
I'm on there somewhere.
Let's start with good days, because I was kind of humming something in my head earlier today.
Glasses off. What's better for like the camera? Is that good tea?
Cool. So shall we? Is this weird?
What do you mean?
For you? I can unweird it. I can try it.
How is it? How? Okay, what? About repeating it?
Well, how would you do it? You know, just because you look like an English teacher right now doesn't mean. Okay. You're not beefing on camera. Shall we?
We shall.
No, absolutely not. It's like, man, come on, man. You know he needs some guidance, man. Come on, you know he got a bad attitude. I know that. Well, you know all this stuff. Why would I want to work with this man? He's a cool guy, don't get me wrong. But it's like, on a business level, if I cannot give you advice and you're not willing to accept it and, you know, just listen to what I'm saying, especially from a professional level. And I'm telling you, I mean, I know my shit. I got proof I know my shit. So if you're not trying to listen, then why is you know what I'm saying? Why do you want to work with me?
But yeah, that nigga don't ever reply.
That nigga ain't
So
shit.
he probably gonna get cut from this shit too, off the sheer fact like you ain't made no contact.
I ain't about to hit him up, bro. Like,
And I was hesitant. I'm hesitant scrapping that because he actually got placement. You know what I mean? Like you got 16s on
you want me to hit him
you
up?
on there at least like twice. You know what I mean? It was easy to scrap like Kate or Mary.
Yeah.
Because that was the singers group, and so nobody like
Right.
had anything written per se. That's more of like a brainstorming thing. It's
Right.
like, if you can't be there, like that's cool. We'll keep moving. But like I done designated time to you. You know, so.
You want me to hit his manager up?
Some singer just about to go off. Cause I'm not heartbroken because I don't take any, like none of this personally, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
just cause you get kicked out of the group or you're not on this record or you're not on the project doesn't mean like I don't fuck with you.
Right.
It's just synergy, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm not about to stop a train with 30 people just cause one of y'all hopped off, you know what I mean?
Right. You gotta keep moving.
Alright, it's
man.
just economics. So like if anybody dropped at this point, it wouldn't be a loss because it's like, ooh, now we don't have a 4-minute song
Right.
with 5 fucking features, you know?
Oh, that's-
Or that singer that snapped. Because believe it, you know what I mean? We don't really like prioritize singers as much as we should on like records like this, you know what I mean? So
Right.
if they get an extra 16 bars of shine because you ain't want to hit niggas back, like.
She got Mila.
I always just got the vibe out to it first. Maybe better understood if you caught me on a good day.
Can we please shorten that?
No.
Why? It takes
First
a
of
lot.
all, we
Well, can we in this group shorten it?
do you.
Huh?
Do you? I only pop it if I gotta. If I gotta, then it's a rocket, lightning shocking, aka go stick a fork in the socket. I put planets in my pockets. I got comments in the bottom of a bucket in my wallet. I stay tripping, ain't no telling what I do next. Screaming in the mirror, that's one throat with 2 necks. You might be running uphill, better look down from my pool deck. Who that? Juju, please don't you do that. Seattle Supersonic, Zoo Bats, my crew that, grew that. Too cool for words flow.
My good sir. Oh, use a hole. My shit's in there.
I wasn't grabbing everything just yet.
Oh.
What are they working with?
Yeah.
How does one enter this snake?
You know where we're going?
No.
No, you never been here.
Nope.
Cool.
Kind of freestyle. As soon as this is the
Well, I wish I knew how to work your camera better. That's one thing, because you dark.
these 2 little things are... What up?
I wanna kick back and chill. I wanna tell her that she can. People tell me that I ain't got no chill. That's cause I'm trying to be the man.
Barely see the fruits. I've been squeezing with all my strength. Still there's barely any juice. All this working in the gardens got me feeling like the Knicks. If I had $1 million, probably be there with season 2.
I'm good, thank you. Throw your email in there.
I know that you do that a lot with your music. Like you have like a bass hook and you add like a 4 bar or something. Yeah.
I got so tired of going back and forth with you on Snapchat.
Bro, yeah.
What?
I was like, bro,
I was like, alright, you got it, bro. but now I just need just the vocals without the beat.
Oh my God, it should
Sent
take
me
like
that,
2
and I
hours.
was like, all right, you export it as stereo. I need a mono, so it's all in
Oh, that shit was
focus.
like,
Shit.
it was like,
He was going back and
it's a whole
forth
other
like 4
language.
times.
Yeah, I was about to say. Let me hit up Google.
Google, what do you say? Screenshot.
I was like, what do you
We need a music dictionary, so like you can just look up.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm in Pro Tools. I was like, fuck.
No, I'm like, dude.
I'm
And
asking you
I think
to
you were out of
myself.
town. I was just like, bro, this is.
Yeah.
I'll just give it to him when I get a chance.
That's hilarious. Yeah, so we can definitely do that. Oh, do you know what BPM this is at? Is that 120?
Let me see.
If not,
Is
I
it
can-
not in
I can
the-
BPM count.
If I know myself, then that's probably.
I know that there's like songs that I want to like sample, like, I mean, like, and I feel like if I sat down and really tried, like, I'd be good at it. Like, if I sat down and tried like making my own videos, I think I'd be good at it. You know, like, I just work too much on a different thing, which is maybe why I'm trying to look at after grad school. I got 2 years in grad school, and then maybe I want to set up. It'll be just a cool like break from, because I've been working in a sports bar for like 60 hours a week, so I never took a break from college. Once I graduated with my degree, I just went straight into working service industry, which gave me so many like lessons. You know, like like service industry is like priceless. You meet so many people, so many friends, you develop so many like.
You open a different mindset.
Exactly, but like so you can't.
Do you think that
I'll never trade the last year of my life because Wyoming has been like awesome, but
I
like.
used to work there, bro. I get it. I mean, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. I can be the same with like some people might think.
Big pup. It's a big dog.
Prehistoric. It's like the megalodon of the house.
It's a recording session, so
We got rules.
it's just a thing. But you're still part of the crew, and we appreciate your emotional support.
Ran out of sneakers, but I got you.
We'll get you an Instagram or something. We'll work it out in the long run.
Say like the way you speak to a dog, you say the exact same thing in different tones, and they still don't really understand. You can be like, I love you. But they be like, oh god. Could I start right here? Cause you hum throughout the whole thing, right? And I just walk out of my top, my nigga for me. Grab a bit of Henny, and city flying.
My entire diary devoted to honoring those eroded by constantly going forward. And honestly, I don't know if my modesty more important, but probably because no one shows it, huh? Maybe not, but I know this much. They gave me pot, so I'ma roll this blunt till they got me feeling like I'm the chosen one.
Y'all know about like TCAP 803 and like the collective and whatnot. So within that we have crew, which is basically me, John, Zach, Alan, and also Lee. We call him Liam. But I've known Alan and Zach since like 6th grade. I've known John since freshman year. I've known Liam for like a while. And so we would just kind of like be like crew. Cause like we're the only people that like, we just kind of hung out amongst each other, you know what I mean? We're from Lancaster, so it's not like everybody kind of knows each other, and also you gotta like kind of tread carefully, you know what I mean? Cause
That's tight. I never had like I didn't really know I was doing rapping back in like middle school and stuff, so I didn't really like make friends who were musically inclined. So whenever I started getting into rap, I had no one to really like just, you know, chill with. So like I'm kind of envious of that. But like Miles is honestly like the first person I was like, okay, like you also make rap, like let's be friends. And like,
that's a wild part
you know,
about
like
it. Alan's not musically inclined, Zach isn't either. We're just boys, you know what I mean? Like Liam raps. John at the time didn't do like photography and like video and stuff. It's just like something that's kind of happened over time. And I wasn't into music whenever I met Alan. I didn't really start taking music serious until high school. But
what was the turning point for you then?
once you realize like ball ain't life.
I feel that.
But like for the longest I was trying to hoop, you know what I'm saying?
I was on the club team at USC, and like I swear to God, I'd be going to practice. Like, all right, if I just get good enough, I can walk on next year. You know what I'm saying? If they hold those open trials, like. But eventually, I agree. I eventually was like, I need to get something else, and I did rap too. That's crazy.
Yeah, and like I always loved music, you know what I mean? But it wasn't like even like whenever you first started recording, like I'm sure you did not like your voice the first time. Nobody does, you know what I mean? So it's like, what the fuck is this? And then as you continue to progress, you know how to like project and like you sound better and start liking your shit, you know?
Yeah.
But crew is just like kind of like what I said in the message when I first hit y'all up about it individually. It's like I made this thing and was like, this is so important. I want to sit on it and not put it out until I make it. whatever the fuck that means when you're 18.
real,
you know what I mean? Because it's like everybody wants to like prophesize their own come up. Cause like you're
It's gonna be
ambitious.
an album.
You know what I mean? You're ambitious. Like you know that it's gonna happen, and you're talking about this shit before it actually does. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to like put something out and say like, yeah, I made this before or whatever.
Yeah.
And then naturally, like a lot changes over the course of 4 years. Especially when you're transitioning from a teenager to 20s. And so my brand's different, like everything is just kind of different, but it still holds that like sentimental value. So like there's even records that aren't in that folder that I have specifically for like Alan and Liam, because you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What I'm talking about contextually, like the stuff that they've been through with me, or,
Right.
you know what I mean? And so I only wanted them on it. And so all the people that I reached out to have supported that kind of TCAP movement or directly correlated. So like John's a part of this because he is crew. Y'all are a part of this because y'all always show love, you know what I mean? And y'all are associated in one way or the other.
Are you planning on like putting every song like that you've put on like there? It's like, is this gonna be like a 20+ song like thing? Hell yeah, okay, bet.
Because I mean, it just makes sense. Like I wouldn't want to have a 10-track project when 40 people are involved,
Right.
and I'm dropping a documentary with
Yeah.
it, you know what I mean? It,
Yeah, true. No, might as well
it
throw it
sounds
up.
like something big, so it might as well be a
Yeah.
20 track, you know what I mean? And it's something that's been like in the vault for 4 years, so why not like make it a big
Yeah.
thing? And I was telling Liam and Jazz and some other people, like, and I don't know about y'all personally, but there's a lot of people on this bill that haven't had the ego boost of seeing something that they put out past 1,000 views or past 2,000 views.
right.
You know what I mean?
I feel you
And so
on that
like
shit.
a lot of people like internalize that you have this really good ass song, put it out, and like not a lot of people like hear it. And so you start thinking like, oh, is it not good enough? You get the kind of like sense of hopelessness, whatever the case may be. But it really just comes down to like promoting it and pushing it and like telling your friends, hey, I dropped this, that, and the third. Listen, that only goes but so far.
Yeah.
But when you put $1 behind it, like you can actually start seeing some results. And so and that's kind of like my priority as far as like putting it out. Like I want to make sure every song gets proper whatever, you know.
So, Pat, are you going?
Why are you holding that knife like a serial killer, Jane? The way you look
If a woman holds it like she's gonna kill you, bro, watch out, dog. Watch out. I'm dead serious.
How else am I supposed to hold the knife?
We are
Like,
untethered.
It was just so much like comfortability, and you like swung it a little bit, and I don't know. It just made me uncomfortable.
I will not stand for this.
You
I
didn't
don't-
hold it as if you were about to spread some peanut butter on that bread. You know what I mean? It's just
What you mean? How
it's
can you
just a
tell the
vibe.
difference? I just
It's a
want to know.
vibe.
Okay, Pat. Thank you for calling me a serial killer. I appreciate that. You know.
It's like their dream house.
Freaking goals, man.
Seriously.
Just build your dream house with Bay.
Yeah.
70s. And
That's awesome.
It works.
plays.
I wasn't really into just hip hop. I was into all different types of music, but I always watched the top 20 music videos when they came on, I guess, VH1 in the morning. One of the top songs at the time was This Is Why I'm Hot. This is why, this is why, this is why I'm hot. That shit was banging, and me and my sister were just like listening to the song over and over, and I randomly decided to record not an actual MP3 version of it, but just an MP4 of me, this verse that I had written, which was absolutely horrible. There was no bars, there was no structure at all, but I rapped the whole song. I have it somewhere in the archives. That was like my first actual attempt at rapping, but my first song was a song called Mama. It was for my mom, and it actually had a beat, and I rapped on the beat, and it was still horrible. It was embarrassing. It was really bad, but my mom cried when she listened to it, so it made it worth it.
Yeah, what is it? What is
supposed to say? Pedal to the floor like my sneaker going through it. Finally proven in this music. Should have known I wasn't sure. Yeah, they only size 10s, but they carry more than usual. If I cannot reach my dreams, I'll find a better way to do it. Don't really know where I'm supposed to start, but Pat reached out about making this collaborative album, and I thought it was pretty fire, because I met him at the beginning when I got to college in 2014, education. But so then I was like, yeah, I'd love to be on it. I didn't pick that many verses though. I just wanted to do a little bit here and there. But I just thought it'd be cool to like meet all the local artists or the different people, see how they handle different beats differently, kind of pick up on different tips and tricks and stuff like that. So I thought it'd be kind of lit. It was a little hard for everyone to get in contact because, you know, the world is crazy. Don't mind that, me slapping at that fly like jiu-jitsu. But no, it's been pretty solid. I just put on some verses, so I think I'm kind of done. I gotta make a chorus. But no, I like the process. It's been pretty smooth. And, you know, past that dude buys merch, quit playing games like me. I'm buying merch today. But no, that's it. That's all I got. That's all I...
So boom, I'm at work, minding my business. I get a little bloop bloop on my phone. It is Pat X. Oh my God. He put out a message basically saying he wanted to redo an album that he did back in the day, and he wants to bring it to life and make it a TCAP 803 project. And I was with it. He wanted us to be a part of it. So that's how I ended up being a part of this collaborative album experience. I think y'all are gonna love it. I love this energy of collaboration between SC artists and non-artists, just people who love the music. Like, I feel like the push for all of these collaborations is really going to put SC on the map when they start seeing us come together in drones and in groups to create art. That way they can't try to typecast it in one direction, because there's a lot of people a part of it, and you know, there's growth in numbers. So I really think that this album, this project is really going to get a lot of eyeballs on all the amazing artists that are a part of it, and it's really gonna expand the fan base. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all are gonna love it. You gotta love it, because your boy is on a few choruses. I ain't gonna tell you which ones, you just gotta hear them. Check it out.
The Lakers got LeBron James, me I got my mom saying get out the house, go get a job, dang. So I got me a job, round of applause, A, now I spit bars for the cars and they all flames. A shame I ain't do this shit.
So there's a folder on my phone that says crew.
Bet.
There's one that says test masters.
Okay.
And then pick one.
Okay, let's see. Any of them?
Yep.
Damn, I'm hitting like all the fields.
Right, you really are.
Next, we ain't gonna do that. Let's try again. Okay. $1 million. I feel like that's a beat.
Yeah.
Liddy.
Do you think that I could fit $1 million?
If there is anything to know about me, it is that I am an artist and I will set up shop anywhere. Telling you, bro. Anywhere. It don't matter. All I need is an outlet.
There's a lot of reasons that the crew tape is really important. I feel like over the last 5 years as a friend group, we've gone through a lot. We've had a lot of ups and downs, and we're all still standing strong as a unit, and I think that's important. Ironically enough, we're also approaching about 7 years being that unit, and they say 7 years is, I think it's a bullshit statistic, but if a friendship lasts 7 years, it's forever. So ironically enough, it's probably the perfect time to drop it. I think it's really important because I've always thought that the crew was like composed of a lot, but there's two important things. There's the heart and the mind of it. And the art of the crew the heart of the crew. Everybody knows it's definitely Alan. There is no crew for what it is without Alan, but the mind of the crew is Pat. And I think that this tape was important because it takes the mind of the crew to remember to document everything, to remember to create sounds that encapsulate the feelings of what it was like for us growing up as a team. So just from what I've heard and what we've worked on, it does that. It does just that. It feels like 18 into your early 20s. It feels like a transition. It feels like trying to make it. And it's not just for us, but there's a bunch of, gangs of friends out there trying to do more than just clock in and clock out. So I think it's important that they see that that's very feasible, you know what I'm saying?